we do games and have numbers, and yeah, it's a hoot. It's always different, which is our motto is it's never the same and it's always different, or it's always different, it's never the same, something like that. But,
Okay, awesome, great.
yeah.
And so tell me about your fairy tale. Would you had something prepared, did you?
Well, not exactly prepared, but
Okay.
I thought about the fairy tale that kind of really, I think it's set in terms of like when you grow up. So the
Yes.
fairy tale, and I think, I hate to date myself, but I think it was Snow White.
Yes.
And then I was reading today, because I like to do my preparation, that was a Grimm tale originally, and that Snow White was she didn't just fall asleep from the golden apple or from the poisonous apple. Her mother, not her stepmother, but her mother presented it to her because she was jealous that she grew up more beautiful than the mother did. And so then after a number of attempts to kill her, she offers her the apple. And then Snow White says, I'm not sure, because I've had a couple of, rough stints with you.
Right.
And the mother says, I'll take a bite. So she takes a bite from the non-poisonous end, and then Snow White takes a bite. And then in the Disney fairy tale,
Yes.
she falls asleep and a prince kisses her. In the Grimm fairy tale, and Grimm is so grim, which I love it. It's so
Yes.
grim, it's 2 M's. So that's how grim it is. So she's actually dead, and she gets transported in a glass casket back to her original birthplace, and it occurs to somebody that she's eaten a poisonous apple, so they essentially do the Heimlich on her, and she spits up the apple, and she comes back to life, which to me is really a remarkable story. That's the original Grimm fairy tale.
Really?
She got the Heimlich from the prince, and then she was like,
Prince is like,
kiss me.
you're turning. No, you're dying.
Kiss
I'm not gonna
me.
kiss you. You just chucked the apple out of your mouth.
yeah.
I'm not gonna kiss you.
That's how they saved Snow White in the original fairy tale.
That's really
and it's
fascinating.
so romantic. So romantic, so I love it.
That's nice.
Yes.
Yeah, there's fairy tales are really fascinating, and in the darkness of some of them, how they just are really about especially the early ones some are terrifying, and I mean like Little Red Riding Hood and the wolf and like eating the grandmother and like
Yes, and historically to teach lessons to children, not
Yeah.
to go into the forest and not to take candy from strangers, and all of these lessons that we very casually pass on to our children now, but
Right.
before you just sort of drove it in.
well, you just scared the shit out of them.
monsters.
You know?
Yeah, absolutely. That's how
I was
you
like,
send.
yeah, you want to go in the woods by yourself? Yeah, you're gonna
And
get eaten
now-
by a wolf.
Now,
How are you gonna do it?
Now that's considered bad parenting.
Yes.
I don't agree.
Yeah,
I think that's
exactly.
good parenting. Scare them. You
Yeah.
have to scare them, and then they will behave.
Exactly. One more question for you. 2 more questions. One is, who are you more like, the character that you play in your show, or the real life you?
I would split the difference. right there in the middle.
Yeah.
Because when I'm playing me, it's a little bit of an act, if you know what I'm saying.
Sure.
So
Sure.
right
As do-
split the difference, right
Split
in
the
the middle.
difference.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay.
Final question
All right.
is.
Oh, final question. Is there more money online now? What are we playing for? What are we playing for? What are you doing? Are you How come when they were doing the improv, you were like, and now you're checking your phone? Okay.
No,
All
I'm
right.
not checking
All
my
right.
phone. I actually took a picture of you and I was sending it to the newsletter person so that they could post you on. But if you
Busted.
Wait. This is my best side. So let's just do the intro. This is my best side.
Hold on a second. You said take a picture of your best side.
That's my best side.
Whoa! Let's get-
In my dreams, that's my best side. All right.
This is getting frisky, Fringe. All right, here we
I'm
go.
just saying, it's the final question, and I'm playing for the money. So, yeah, I'm playing for the money. All right.
Final question is, why do you fringe, and who would you recommend Fringe Life to?
Oh my gosh, I fringe because I love. Oh, I saw a quote today and I loved it so much. Can I get my phone? How much time do I have? Do I have just a minute? No time. Okay. Well, up one street from Pine Street Church is an art museum, kind of, and there's quotes on the wall, and there was some beautiful quote about why we do art, and I forgot what it was. But the point is that I fringed because there's just so much creativity and imagination that I just don't think you get to see in so many places.
Yeah.
And it comes not from some team of people who tried to think what's going to sell and what everyone's going to buy. It's just like, this is what I came up with, and I'm putting it out in the world, and here it is. And it's just like, you know what? I'm not going to apologize for it. I'm not going to wish it was better than it was. This is it, and this is what I created in this moment. Next year it might be different,
Yeah.
but I just love the freedom to say, okay, what can I come up with? And here it is. It's just
awesome.
beautiful. And what was the second part of that question? Or did I already win?
No.
Did I already win? I think I won.
Who would you recommend Fringe Life to?
Oh, you got to be a little brave. And
gotta be real brave.
you have to just want to, and you've got to love the arts and support the arts. And I recommend it to everyone. I think that's the winning answer.
It is the winning answer.
To everyone.
She's won, Lisa Padacci, ladies and gentlemen. Padacci, let's all say Padacci, Padacci. By the way, some of these questions tonight were provided by Rebecca Freedom, who is up in the front row here. She is the first staff writer of the Late Night with Fringe, the first and only staff writer. So, yeah. So she's helping me get to the heart of the matter here. Appreciate that. Awesome. Our next artist coming to the hot table is a gentleman from Boulder. Actually, he has a magic show that's called The Magic Show. It's playing in the parlor. Please welcome to the stage Braden Carlisle.
Thought it wasn't a stage.
Did I say stage?
You said stage.
Ah,
I know.
Table, hot table, hot seat,
table.
hot table.
Hot seat.
It's all good.
Whatever.
all
Whatever
good.
it is.
Welcome.
Kind of cool.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. Yeah, it's not as
Not
hot
too
as it
hot.
really. Yeah, not
Right.
too bad.
I mean,
Thank you for being here. Appreciate it.
yeah, thanks for having me here.
Any favorite fairy tale that you have? Anyone stands out for you? An image or a?
Yes. Well, doing magic, Fantasia absolutely is
Yeah.
one that I love. But if we're talking about fairy tales, I do really have a stance that Moana should be a Disney princess, and I don't know why she's not. You
Huh.
could say she's the daughter of a village chief, which is a lyric in the song.
Yeah.
But Mulan is considered an official Disney princess, and
Okay.
she marries the head of an army. You know.
Right.
So
But
I have a
Moana-
strong stance on this.
Mulan is a princess.
She
but,
is.
But Moana is not.
Moana is
Moana.
Neither is Lilo from Lilo and Stitch.
I see.
But I feel strongly about this.
Okay. I have not seen these movies, but
It's okay.
if you want to start some sort of
Yeah,
campaign,
we can.
I bet there's people out
I
there
will
that are
spend all
behind
my
you.
time on this. If you like.
We could certainly do
Yeah.
that. So tell us about your show. Tell us what you got going on at Fringe.
So I do a monthly show at the Dairy Arts Center, and I've kind of, and that one has multiple performers in it. So I've kind of taken that, stripped it down. It's just me at the Fringe, and it's really fun. It's a family performance. I do some magic for adults, some magic for kids, and it just kind of all meshes together. There's some stuff that's very obvious to how I do it, and kids are the worst hecklers that I'll ever get.
Really? Do tell some. Yes, Marty knows this too. But what are some heckles that you've had from children?
Well, just today,
Yes.
I have this. There's a balloon in a paper bag, and I'm like, "What's your favorite color?" They say whatever color. I'm like, "It's a pink balloon," and they're like, "I said purple."
Ooh.
Yeah, and that's just
Sassy.
that's not even the worst one. They're like, it's behind your hand. It's right there," and I'm like, "It's not behind my hand." They're like, "You moved it."
They're like trying to call out your
Right,
tricks.
right, and they're like, even if they're completely wrong, they're kids, so we can't be like, "Shut up."
Now, would you like
Yeah.
to say that to a child?
Look,
There's the real answer.
I was a
right?
camp counselor for 9 years.
Wow.
So, yes.
Yes,
is the
okay.
answer.
So you've
I
done
would
a-
love to say that to a child.
Tell us about how you got into magic. What was your inspiration? What like did you train? Did you go to?
Yeah. So when I was first or second grade, I don't know when, one of my like 8th or 9th birthday parties, I had this guy. It was in a park, my birthday party, and this guy came up. Not just came up, he was hired. He was hired.
So a random creepo comes
it
to
was
your
a
party.
pirate-themed birthday party. He was hired, and he did magic dressed as a pirate. And I'm like, I want to do that. And my parents were like, haha, that'd be fun. And then now I'm still like, I want to do that. And they're like, no, please go to college. But there was a magic shop near my high school, and I really got into it there.
Did you train under somebody? Like, did you apprentice or did you?
So I've got a bunch of friends in magic, but there's not one person that I really, like, I don't really have the classic mentor student that a lot of the generation before me had.
Sure.
It's a lot of books and videos online and
Right.
collaborating with Skype and, just friends around the country.
Cool. So did you go to college?
I went to college.
Your parents. I want to know what happened with your parents.
No, they're actually very supportive.
Are they good?
Yeah, so I've been to 2.5 years of college, and then I moved to Boulder, so I'm just in that in between. I'm not trying to pay out of state.
Nice. I got you.
Yeah.
And where are you from originally?
I grew up and went to high school in Florida, and then I went to college at George Mason in Virginia.
Nice.
And now I'm here in Boulder.
Cool.
Yeah.
The question for you is:
Yes.
magic just for children, and
No.
why?
Magic is not just for children. I don't know why. I don't really have anything to back myself up, but I guarantee if you guys see a magic trick, you will have the same excitement that children do, but you'll be more polite about it. Hopefully, right, hopefully. There's always some. But no, you can say it's for children, but it does bring adults back to like a childlike wonder. The show that I do at the Dairy Arts Center, we get a lot of children, but we do 2 shows. We do a matinee, and then we also do a 9 p.m. And
There's plenty of adults there.
Plenty of adults
Yeah,
there,
I got you.
and they love it. And
That's
like,
cool.
there's almost no kids at the 9 p.m. because it's a school night.
Nice. So tell us, why do you fringe, and who would you recommend the fringe to? The fringe life to.
Yeah. If I'm honest, it's because I applied and they pulled my name.
Excellent.
No, this is my
Got
first
lucky.
fringe. I know a few people who've done it before, and they recommended it to me. They said it'd be fun, and I'm like, I'll do 7 shows in a week. That sounds fun.
Sweet.
Yeah.
All right.
So if you want to improve your show, that's who I'd recommend Fringe to. You have to do it over and over and over.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be the same thing, different audiences.
Cool. Well, speaking of adults and tricks, I believe Braden does have a trick for
I
us.
do.
Yeah. If you'd like to see. So.
You guys want to see it? Okay. It is my most dangerous magic trick. Yeah. Some performers use fire.
Yes.
Some use knives.
Swords.
Sure. Swords.
Yep.
Some use small children, but we don't have any of that here.
Nope.
So I'm going to use the most dangerous prop that I can fit in my pocket.
Okay.
Don't scream.
Oh my God.
I know.
Oh
a
my
balloon.
God.
Oh, told you they're dangerous.
I can see that.
There you go.
Thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
I get some dangerous music. I mentioned swords.
Oh yes.
familiar with sword
Yes.
swallowing?
Yes, I am. Yeah. What? 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 Braden Carlisle, ladies and gentlemen.
No, it doesn't come back. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you for coming. That is awesome. You can see Braden's next.
Everybody asks, it doesn't come out.
Yes.
4 to 6 hours, depending on my diet, or if you pay me $75, we can go behind the bar and I'll give you a private show.
That to adults.
That's
Sometimes it comes out as a poodle. For this crowd, maybe a Shih Tzu.
okay. I got you. I'm picking up what you're laying down, buddy. Picking it up. You can see Braden's next show Monday the 19th at 8:15. He is in the parlor. That's great. Awesome, Braden. Cool. Changing the world one balloon suck at a time. Awesome. So our next artist coming to the hot table is from Chicago, Illinois. His show is It's My Penis and I'll Cry If I Want To. Please give it up for Jamie Black. Welcome. Hello. Come on up. Yeah. Ooh, ta-ta. So, do you have anything on fairy tales? Any fairy tales that stood out for you? Something, a theme, an image, one that stuck with you?
Well, I mean, I think Red Riding Hood has always been one of those I've been like, like the subtext of Red Riding Hood is that grandma's dying, so now Red Riding Hood's gonna go see her because clearly she doesn't recognize a wolf instead of her grandmother. So obviously she's never visited her grandmother before. So, greed, that is actually what Red Riding Hood's about.
Red Riding Hood was a bad child.
Bad
She's
child.
just not a family-oriented girl.
She's not.
Unbelievable.
Right?
That's a really good point. Grandma, I hardly recognize you. Yeah, because you never visit. Jesus, that's a great point.
I loved my grandma.
Bet you visited your grandma.
Yes.
Jeez. Little red bitch.
See, he gets it.
So tell us about your show. I saw your show, by the way. I really loved it. I thought it was great. Really beautiful.
If you didn't like it, would you actually say that?
No,
To my face?
no.
Okay.
No.
But I'm glad you.
No, I did. I thought there was some really beautiful, touching stuff in it. Some great emotion, cool characters. Tell us about it. What was the inspiration? What was the...
The inspiration was the end of my marriage.
Uh-huh.
And I know, right?
Yeah.
So sad. It was the end of my marriage, and I was in a verbally abusive marriage, and was being called names for not being able to carry the household, blah blah, all that kind of stuff.
Interesting.
So yeah, that is actually because it initially was going to be just about the differences between men and women, and then I was the end of my marriage, and I was like, I think this might work.
Right,
So
like I've got some
I could-
material I could throw in there.
Yeah, this is going to be therapy for me.
Yeah.
I'm going to work this out.
Well, yeah, and it definitely touches on some of those points in your
Yeah.
show. Like it definitely comes up, and it seems very real to you,
Yeah.
or to me as an audience member, and now I understand why. Because it's very real to you
Yes.
as a person. Wow. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Now, have you done this at other shows? Is this your first time with this show, or
Oh, no. I've been doing this show for a while.
you have?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I've done a bunch of different fringe festivals.
Nice.
Atlanta twice, Nashville, Toronto.
Cool.
Where else have I been? I don't know. Oh, New Orleans when they had a fringe.
Gotcha.
And
what
then
makes
St. Louis?
St. Louis? What
Yes.
makes this fringe so much better than all of the other fringes?
It's in Boulder.
Oh, all right. It's a good
I
answer.
mean, there's mountains.
Yeah.
It's awesome. I love it.
Yeah,
Yeah. I mean, no, it's great. Boulder's a great city. It really
is,
is.
yeah.
I really like it.
Yeah, awesome. And are you from Chicago originally, or
Not originally.
Originally, but you've lived there for quite a while.
I have lived there for 21 years.
There you go.
I grew up in a very small, conservative, racist town called Paris, Illinois.
That's hilarious.
They hate it when I say that.
Yeah,
They really do.
that just helps you kind of dig the nation
Yeah.
now. Yeah, good. Well, hopefully someone from Paris,
It's
Illinois,
like I
is
gave you
watching.
a shout out. What do you-
That's hilarious. And you've done some stuff with Second City, right?
I have,
some
yeah.
improv stuff, because I'm a big improv guy.
Yeah.
I love it. What kind of exposure? It said something about you did. Where is it here? You were like a host or something for the improv festival, MC for the improv festival.
Yes, I was assistant producer and also I emceed a couple of the Chicago Improv festivals.
Cool. Yeah, if you've never been, if you're into improv at all, go to the Chicago Improv Festival. It
Well,
is so, at least the experiences that I've had.
I'm just going to say that would be an
Okay.
impossibility because Jonathan ended it last year.
Really?
Yeah, he
Okay, I
decided,
didn't
yeah.
even know that.
No more.
Ah.
So there's no more Chicago Improv Festival.
So if you were ever able to go to the Chicago Improv Festival, consider yourself lucky because it was an awesome
It
experience.
really
I
was.
didn't
It was
hear
a
that.
fantastic
That's
festival.
that is.
Yeah, I
oh my
enjoyed. I
God.
I performed in the festival in 2004. Started working for the festival in 2005.
Okay.
I became
Oh,
an
wow.
associate producer assistant producer in 2008.
Okay, nice. Yeah, because when I went, I mean, I was doing master classes with Mick Napier and like Joe Bill and.
Just saw him the other day.
Oh, really? Yeah, Mark Sutton. Like all these guys were like, oh my God, they're amazing.
Oh my God, they're so good.
They really
Yeah,
are.
they really are.
Okay, I have some questions for you.
Okie dokie.
This is the rapid fire question game.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Are you ready for this?
Now they're gonna see how dumb I am. I'm not able to think fast enough. No, I'm ready.
Okay.
No, I'm ready.
Let's do this. Favorite color?
Blue.
Favorite sound? Favorite smell?
I don't smell anymore. I lost my sense of smell 4 years ago.
Interesting.
But what I remember of cookies baking, I will say cookies baking.
Favorite taste?
Pussy. I was just making sure there were no children.
You are allowed to say that.
Make sure there's no children around.
Don't worry. As David mentioned earlier, like any swear words, we just dub it over with Fringe.
I like it.
It was his idea.
I love that.
So like if you say like,
Wait, hold on. That's a swear word. I don't think it should be.
oh, busted
pussy?
me, didn't you?
No, it really shouldn't be.
It is a euphemism for feline.
I think in my context, it probably has to be bleeped.
Back to the questions.
Rapid fire.
Yes. State in the union.
Illinois.
Yes.
Now ask me a question.
What's your favorite color?
Green.
Wrong answer.
Damn it! So what kind of emotions can your audience expect from your performance? Like, what is there something you're trying to get them to feel? Is there a message you're trying to give? Or
I'm trying to get them to feel me up.
Whoa!
That hasn't worked yet.
That's for after the show.
No, I'm kidding. I mean, I'd like them to feel all the feels,
Yeah.
all the emotions. You know, I hope they have fun at the show, that they laugh at the appropriate places.
Right.
That, you know, and that they feel some, crushing heartbreak and things like that, and sympathy and empathy and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, the lady said
All the feels.
Yeah, all the feels. The lady sitting next to me she had a couple of these. I'm not lying. She had a couple swipes.
Did she?
Yeah. So you got her good.
Lou told me tonight. She was like, "You really got me tonight." I don't know what you were on tonight. You really got me. I was
Nice.
like, "Oh, okay." Well. And she's seen the show now 3 times. So.
That's great.
So yeah, I was like, "Oh, well, that's nice."
So why do you Fringe, and who would you recommend the Fringe life to?
I love Fringe. I love the whole Fringe thing. I love it. I Fringe because I get to see a bunch of amazing artists.
Yes.
And all in one place. I don't have to travel to city to city to city.
Yeah.
They're all in one place.
They come to you.
It's perfect.
Yeah.
And then the community of people.
Yeah.
I mean, we're all here doing the same thing. So, let's all hang out. Let's drink beer. Let's buy each other beers.
Yeah.
Things like that.
And who would you recommend the Fringe life to?
I'd recommend Fringe to just about anybody, really.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't go wrong.
Yeah.
You just can't. Fringe is fucking awesome.
Nice.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you want to add before we wrap up?
No, just thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Cool. Well, thanks for being here. We appreciate you.
All right, thank
Give
you.
it up for Jamie Black, ladies and gentlemen. His next show can be seen Wednesday the 21st at 8:15. He is in the Playroom. Awesome. Yeah, thank you. Let's give another hand for all of our participants tonight. I want to jump around. If you have a show to shout out that you haven't, if you haven't been interviewed tonight and you have a show you want to shout out, please pass the mic around.
Okay, I've never been interviewed because when I was supposed to be, I was sick. So if there's ever an opening, let me know.
Will do.
Okay, so I'm doing stories with a twist and a punch. I remember now. It was just this evening. So yeah, it's something different. It's wacky, like me, and this is the first time I've ever jumped into the Fringe experience. I volunteered here for many, 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 many bunches of years. Yes, professional volunteer, and finally got up the guts to do a show.
And Marty has been, little known facts, has been hosting artists for years.
Yes.
In fact, she is hosting me. Yeah. And my partner Gregor right now.
Yeah, so it's fun to have new people that I don't know come live with me.
My show is Sexology the Musical. It is my journey from monogamy to solo polyamory in musical form. It's funny, it's poignant, it's sweet, it starts conversations, I hear. So yeah, come check it out. Even if you're monogamous, you might learn something.
My show is Ingenue. It's a 30-minute cabaret with a variety of musical theater songs, some clowning, some bluesy stuff, some Fosse, some tap, just everything that I love. And it's a show dedicated to the rain, so that is the theme. So if you'll come.
Awesome. Is that all? Any other artists over there? No? All right, awesome. And Fiona's show is free, but she will have a tip jar. So please, if you go see her show, throw in some money because she deserves it. That's all.
Me? Oh, okay. Yes, Crapshoot. What's the rest of it? Or Why I Voted for Trump, a love story. It's about a guy who never voted in his life. His coworkers pressure him into voting because it's his responsibility, so he does. And, of course, the day after the election, they won't speak to him, and his life spins out of control after that. So it's basically, that's what it's about.
Awesome. Like I said, do go see it. It's really
Tomorrow night, 7:30.
There you go. Tomorrow night, 7:30. Cool. I'll do one. Oh, do we have some Shameless Ian plug music? Shameless Ian plug. Shameless Ian plug. This is the time where the part of the show where I plug my shows. I'm doing a improv comedy show on Wednesday at 7 p.m. at the Fringe. It's in the Fellowship Hall. It's with the Boulder Improv Collaborative. Also, if you're still around Boulder, on August 29th, I have a show at Jester's Dinner Theater in Longmont, which is with my short form group, the Front Deranged Improv Comedy Players, and that's at 7:30. A big thanks to Earth Coast Productions and Artem for doing all of the technical stuff. This guy is a wizard, I'll tell you that. And again, don't forget about his workshop tomorrow from 6 to 8 in the parlor. Also want to give it up for Craig and David of the House Band, the Late Night with Fringe House Band. So please, hang out, grab a drink. These guys are going to play some music for a while. We have some more time in the space, meet some artists, mingle. This is Fringe. Do it, people. Thank you and good night.
I have a question for you.
Oh, yeah.
You wanted a fairy tale? This is a fairy with a tail for you.
Thank you so much, Marty. It's my own fairy tale. Tell me a story. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Hang out and good night. Enjoy.